month of November, you guys were 20th in defense in the NBA.
Right.
So far in December, you guys are back up to 4th in
Right.
defense.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think has been the biggest difference in your performance in that for us?
I think we let up a little bit, honestly. I think we had the hot start, and then we saw how good we were, and then we kind of let the defense just take second place to the offense. And just so far in December, you can tell, like, this whole practice was basically about defense. This whole practice was making sure we got back to what made us great in the beginning.
Well, it's been made of Caris' shot profile and how it's changed since his earlier days.
Right.
I feel like you're the perfect person to ask about this. Only 6 of his shots have been in the mid-range to start the season. So where have you seen that evolution in his game and where he's picking his spots and how he's gotten kind of more mature in that sense?
The best part about Caris, he's a player that I feel can mold to any type of scheme. Definitely in Brooklyn days, he would definitely try to get to the mid-range, whether it's a turnaround jumper or just get there. But now, we saw in the Brooklyn game, he's hit, 6 threes in the first half. Yeah. He's trying to evolve with the NBA, and he's doing a great job.
When you talk about the celebration aspect of the game, Kenny's talked a lot about, and you guys have also talked about how joy can drive offense and defense.
Right.
When it comes to you guys being able to celebrate one another and show each other love, how important do you think that is to the success that you guys have had?
I think that's a big part of the success. I know, like, you guys can see it. We're having fun in every single thing we do. I mean, we played soccer, we played dodgeball here, and it makes things easier to be able to fight for each other when you're having fun. If people were miserable, people didn't want to come to practice, we wouldn't lock in or, really care so much about helping the person next to us. But we're here, we're happy to be next to each other, and we're happy to compete for everybody.
What did it mean for you and Caris, and obviously the whole team, but you and Caris specifically being a part of Kenny's reign over there in Brooklyn, to go back over there and get a win in the fashion that you guys did?
It's great to show everybody how much we evolved, how much we just stepped our game up. We were in Brooklyn, all 3 of us were learning how to be in this league, how Kenny, a head coach, Caris and I, how to become better players. And we both went back and had great games and blew them out. That's just a testament to how far we've come.
Played soccer today. Had dodgeball before. Pickleball, I believe, has been part of things before. Even when Kenny has talked, he's switched kind of into speaking about football or baseball or other sports. Do you like that it's not all basketball with him, that he sort of speaks different languages as far as that goes?
Absolutely. It just shows he understands that it's more than basketball. I mean, we can go out there and go over the same plays over and over again, and it's going to get stale. But he knows that we need things to keep things fresh, to keep things fun, keep things entertaining. We're humans as well. We get bored of doing the same things over and over again, and he understands that.
How important is it to keep things fresh at this point in the season, particularly, where it's not new anymore? You're kind of getting into the thick of it.
It's important now, and it's going to be even more important later. I know we're finally starting to get into, like you said, the thick of it, and I just feel once we hit that 40-game mark, we're going to start feeling it more. But now is a great time to just show that it won't be stale the whole season.
What are your thoughts on the revised NBA All-Star Game and playoff for All-Star Weekend?
For the what?
The All-Star Weekend, bracket format and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a new format. Viewership probably been down. It's okay to try something new, but we had the in-season tournament. People were watching that. I think it's okay to try new things even if they don't work out.
Going back to Kenny go ahead.
Including yourself, you guys have 4 guys that are legitimate candidates for the All-Star Game. How much easier, more fun, enjoyable does it make your job in playing?
Honestly, I could care less if my guys are all-stars or not. They're just a great people to be around, great people to fight for. It's just fun being around them and laughing with them.
Take 3. Going back to Kenny for a second, the stuff that he is doing behind the scenes with the football, with the pickleball.
Right.
Obviously, pickleball wasn't around at this time, but did he do this stuff in Brooklyn?
Yeah, he did. I remember we had a wiffle ball tournament, players versus coaches, and he went all out for it. He got us all shirts and everything, Brooklyn baseball shirts. He understands it's bigger than basketball. He's done it before.
Do you still have your shirt?
I do actually.
No.
Yeah, I do. It's in my closet here.
You should bring it one of these days. And then going back to the defense and the changes, last year so much of the conversation was all right, funnel the guards to the bigs, and we want to be a no middle team, and all these different principles.
Right.
what are the principles that define this version of the Cavs defense?
I think the basis is still send it to the big. At the end of the day, it's still 4 help 5, and then everything just dominoes behind. I guess Reds has been a bigger part. Our identity is still the same, send it to the bigs, but overall he's just added a lot of intricate pieces on top of it.
Going back to Caris one more time, how hard is it as a player to learn new habits and not revert to what you know in that evolution that you talked about?
It's difficult. When you don't know what to do, you're going to fall back to what you've been doing your whole career. Yeah. I'm not going to say Caris has been perfect and he's been only shooting threes, but he understands that part of the game is no longer a points per possession, analytically best shot. I mean, he's shooting well from 3 from what I know. So I think he understands it's time to evolve.
And Kenny talked about his defense kind of being like a frenzy. There's been more activity. He's done that the last couple of years, but it feels like just it's popping off the page right now. Would you agree with that?
Caris has always been our defensive anchor. Even in Brooklyn, we would put him on the best guy, just sell him, figure it out. And now he's bringing that here, and he's playing smarter with it this time.
Talking about the defensive adjustments that you guys have made, switching has been a big part lately.
Right.
What have you thought about that? And you talked about it a little bit, but just how important that has been to the growth from November to December that we talked about.
I think that's probably why we've been so good, on our switching. It just amps everybody up. You can't just fall back and rely on sending it to the bigs. Everybody has to be ready at all times to be able to guard anybody.
When you talk about having to grow and get more comfortable in guarding guards, which you said that is something you're still getting used to.
Absolutely.
When you come to practice and you have to go up against guys like Donovan and Darius and other guys that are coming off the bench that are also athletic, does that help you at all?
It does. Any more reps I can get about guarding guards, especially guarding guards like DG and Donovan, some of the best in the NBA, it helps me for the game. It's something I'm not used to. So if I can get 2 or 3 extra reps here and there, I'm all for it.
You're an extremely selfless player, but you have had a lower amount of field goal attempts this year. So how are you taking that part in? And I know you're doing the screening, you're doing the rebounding, and that's what they want you to focus on, but it's still got to be different.
It's definitely different. I mean, I'm a player at the end of the day. Obviously, I want to shoot the ball more, but I mean, we're winning games like crazy. I don't want to change any system that we have going. If you want me to set screens for anybody, I'll do it. Like you said, I'm here for the betterment of the team.